because that's all I can do. Combre Healer. Obliterate. Haven't played red yet, ever. Could also use some obliterates, I guess, for constructed purposes. This is the only red card in the pack. Alright, let's try out a red thing. Elysian always just looks so good. But let's just try out some dumb red shit. Like Rakano. Could even play Stone Scar here. Not that I want to take Smuggler's Stash, really. I think I'd rather take District Infantry. Alright, let's run this into the ground. Taking Grenadin? Just go all in? Wait, there was a torch? Whoops. I just looked at the shiny cards. These ones are glowing, man. I didn't even see the torch. I mean, Pyre Adept is so much better than taking Grenadin. Yeah, I knew you meant in Pack 2. I looked at the commons in Pack 3. I didn't look at the commons in Pack 2. Yeah, Torch is definitely better than Burnout. That was my fault. We're going to make it work here, though. Don't worry. This is all going to work. Does this have Overwhelm? Yeah, okay. This is animated. Why not? Knife Jack is actually really good, too. I like Rampage, but maybe we leave the option to go Stone Scar? Yeah, which would make the Burnout better. Potentially, too. We'll see. We'll keep our options open a little bit. Temper and Heavy Axe. They both actually seem fine. I kind of like Heavy Axe. I'm not going to play any of those, but I'll take a Sabotage for signaling purposes. Blood Beetle seems fine. I guess I'll take a Pilfer. I'm not going to play it, though. And another Heavy Axe. Okay. So we're pretty aggressive here. I'm going to take a second, look at the commons, just make sure I don't do anything super stupid. I don't know if I'm Rakano or Stone Scar, but either way, Assembly Line is a pretty good one. What card did I pass? Hatchling? Oh, yeah, the Echo 2-1 flyer. Yeah, it was a late Hatchling, but I'm definitely not an Elysian this draft. Rampage is good. But if I'm going to take Rampage, I definitely just take Assembly Line. It's really between like Watchwing and Assembly Line. And considering they're both 3-drops, I think I will just line up. Alright, Devour is good with the like Assembly Line kind of shenanigans, but I think just taking a Death Strike to get in a few points of damage like a burn spell late game seems good. The Stone Scar Stranger might actually even just be better. Pyro Knight, pretty solid 1-drop. Rebel Sharpshooter, foiled. Taking Grenadin. 3-mana 2/2 unblockable? Is a 2/2 unblockable better than a 3/3? I think it might be. Yeah, I'm going to take a 2/2 unblockable. I've never played with that card before. Another Blood Beetle. Alright, I think we're trying to do Stone Scar here. Pretty solidly at this point. Cobalt Acolyte's cool. But yeah, let's just take Blood Beetle as just a turn 1 play. And then a Stone Scar Stranger. Yeah, Espirant's good, but yeah, Stone Scar Stranger's not bad to have. Hellfire Rifle is not a horrible late game spell. The Axe is pretty good on an unblockable dude, though, too. I mean, it kind of turns the 3/3 into an unblockable, but it might not be bad. At the very least, I've never played this card, so it seems good. Yeah, Blast is just like Burn, and it's just so much cheaper that I think it's better than Hellfire Rifle. Thinking that same thing. Twilight Raptor, reasonable. Sidearm, though. I think Sidearm's sweet. Sea Raptor, another Blood Beetle. Okay. All the Blood Beetles will take some more blasts. I'll take a Ruin. I'm not going to play it. I'm not going to play Venom Fang Dagger either. Alright, another Knife Jack. Seems pretty good. Outland Sniper is good too. But that time I should have taken the 6-drop. Knife Jack's good. Reliquary Raider is a sweet card, and I only own one of it. But Knife Jack is just, I think, exactly what this deck wants to do. I think Sniper's better than Knife Jack. It does push through the damage, and it is a good late game card, but like, if we just flood our opponent with 1-drops, isn't that good? I feel like that's reasonably powerful. Just card advantage, though. I think I just want to be as aggressive as I possibly can. It's clearly the better card, but I think in this deck, like, we're really just Stone Scar Burn. And we're just trying to get in for as much damage as they can. Magma Javelin. Fair enough. Magma Javelin is a solid removal spell. Taking Grenadin gets them for 3. Treachery gets them for 2. It's either Javelin or it could even be Grenadin here, but I'm going to take the weapon. I think taking Grenadin is like that much worse. Like, I really don't even want to play it, but I kind of want to also because I think it'd be funny to see how aggressive we can make a deck. Thorn Beast is pretty good. I'm going to have a tough time passing up Thorn Beast. I'm probably going to cut this Grenadin as well. But, like, the more you have, the better they are. It is barely playable, but at some point, if all of our cards are just burn spells, then it does get pretty good. Stranger, Spider, Magus, Rally, even. What if we just did that? Like, look how aggressive this deck is. If there's any deck that rallies good in, it's this one, right? I know Stone Scar Magus is really good. But what if we just rally? 4, 5, 6. So I've got a 21 card so far. I'm going to go for rally. Vulture is really good. Blood Beetle is good to get another one of those. Stone Scar Banner. I think I'm just going to take the Banner because I think our deck is looking okay on playables, though we can cut the blasts, right? And if we cut the blasts, then maybe we want more playables. Right now we've got 22 playables with 6 cards over here. It doesn't let us play a unit turn 1, but it is pretty good at fixing our mana turn 2. It's going to be a 17 land deck for sure. Alright, let's just take some mana fixing. Then we can take a Vulture. Alright, so we got rewarded because we can take a Vulture here. Treachery is fine, but vultures are pretty much what this deck wants to be doing. I don't know if this deck would rather have a 2/2 lifesteal or a Grenadin drone, but I'm going to go all in on the rally plan, I think, and just cheaper cards we can cast more efficiently. Obsidian Golem's super strong. Another vulture. Sure, sure, sure. We're not going to play any of those last 3 cards, though. I mean, maybe we play Hellfire Rifle. Not going to play Back Alley Bouncer, though. I'll cut a Blast. And what was the other one? Renegade Valkyrie. Yeah, not going to play any of those cards. I am going to take a Torch here, though. I think. Yeah, I mean, I think it's better. We already have enough creatures to curve out with. Torch is just so strong. And I mean, these are both really solid, aggressive red creatures. Could honestly see picking one of them up over Torch. But Torch is just so strong. Rampage is good. Suffocate is really cheap removal spell as well. It's pretty much a Torch. It's definitely better than Rampage. Rampage can deal some damage, but at some point just being a cheaper card is just better for this deck. Devour, Second Rally, Diplomatic Seal. I think I'm going to take Seal. I don't think we need a Second Rally. I mean, Second Rally's good too. I don't know, maybe Life Drinker's good. This pack's quite good too. Wow, this is a really good pack. I actually think I'm going to be cutting Deathstrike in this deck and potentially Magma Javelin and Guerrilla Warfighter. Just saying. This deck is super, super aggressive. Relic weapons can also go face, so like, that's not horrible, but we're not going to be pushing in enough damage with our creatures to make them go face. We're just going to be playing 1-mana 2/1s. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this deck isn't even playing Deathstrike. I think I'm just going to take Diplomatic Seal. Alright, what else do we have? Stonescar Banner. And then another Grenadin or a Katana. Take a Grenadin. Alright, here's a pretty interesting choice. And this is the reason that I think Stonescar is so weird in draft. I don't even think Slumbering Stone is good. I'm going all in on the Grenadins. The more you have, the better they are. It's not too late to pick up a few more. When one of your units is killed, give it +2/+2. That doesn't do anything. I'll take it still. Yeah, we don't really have that much as far as sack outlets. We can also pump it up, in which case they have to block it. Alright, I'm going to take another rally. And we are just going to be the most aggressive deck that we can muster up here. So 36, 3 of them. If we want to play 13 or 15 lands, that's not even going to be that tough. What do we have to cut? The Brawler. Scheme for sure gets cut. Now this is a 14 land deck. We only got 2 vultures, but that's still pretty good. Especially because, like, we can take out one of our 2 sidearms. I don't actually hate the sidearms, though, because we've got 2 vultures, 3 beetles, and a nightblade. So they do represent some damage push. I think I want to cut Death Strike. Or Magma Javelin. Yeah, maybe I cut Magma Javelin. Death Strike's good to keep in the deck, just in case. Magma Javelin does kill Karmic Guardians. Whereas Guerrilla Fighter doesn't even interact with Karmic Guardians. Could cut a Stone Scar Stranger. Could cut the Blast as well. I'm only playing one of my 2 Blasts. I could just cut this one as well. I think the Sidearm is better than the Blast. Yeah, okay, let's cut Blast. Like, you put Sidearm on a Blood Beetle and then, like, they can't block it, so then it's going to become a flyer. Or they're just going to chump block it. This deck really wants to get 2 for 1. Yeah, I don't want to cut any units. I guess I don't want to cut Guerrilla Fighter. Because it is a unit, even so. Yeah, 6/6 and then the Diplomatic Seal. This seems solid. We're just a little bit heavier on red than we are in black. Alright, this seems good. And by good, I mean horrible. Super aggressive Stone Scar. I mean, this is what Rhino was just playing, so it can't be that bad, right? Alright, turn 1, Grenadin. Turn 2, Vulture. We're on the play. Sand looks fine. I don't think that we're not playing anything. I probably should have just looked at them just to make sure. You're probably right, Trampy, but... yeah, I should have taken one more look over. I didn't even realize we could play a turn 2 Obsidian Golem, too. And Obsidian Golem plus Scavenging Vulture is a pretty gnarly combo. Well, that's getting suffocated. Could play the assembly line here. Feel like I could definitely get punished, but I'm probably not going to. Let's just play assembly line. That's a pretty tight line. I'm not super sure which is better. Alright, and then they're gonna make 2 of them anyways. Yeah, I think we were safe to hold it for a turn. And a Valkyrie Aspirant. It's pretty good. Do I just swing out and rally? Yeah. Boom, baby! Oh, that's such a brutal rally. Boom! Boom! Hit you for 6 and kill 2 of your awakened students. This game's just not close now. Suffocate. Okay. I guess I could have suffocated in response to them doing something, but no matter. Like, I could have just swung, and then if they blocked, suffocated. Next turn we have Obliterate on this, which is like a pretty brutal Obliterate. Alright, Carnosaur is going to finish off my flyer. No, it's not. It's going to stay on the ground to block. So yeah, we Obliterate. We hit them for 5. Good game. And then they block this and take 4. That was quite the showing. Win 2 versus battles with a Shadow deck. This definitely is not my first time drafting Shadow today. That means I've drafted a Shadow deck. Yeah, I drafted the Esper deck and, and just lost with it. Yeah, that was quite the rally. That could, I mean, that's like up there. Best rally ever, potentially. Kill 2 Awakened students and get them for 6. It's pretty good. Seemed good. So my question is, do I mulligan for Blood Beetles? That's what I'm thinking about. This hand looks solid, but are every hand with this deck going to look solid? I don't know if I mulligan for Blood Beetles or not, but this hand looks good enough. I'm going to keep them if they're good and just mull them if they're bad, I guess. But I don't think it's unreasonable to just mulligan for Blood Beetles there. Oh, hi there. This guy wrecked us earlier, and they discard a unit of your choice. All right, we're going to lose our Nightblade. Quite clearly. Nightblade is gone. Let's just smack for 2. I don't know. We could play Nightjack Heavy Axe. Knifejack Heavy Axe. It's a lot more damage. Yeah, that was the main consideration, is like, it's worse on the draw. Alright. Yeah, I like this play, actually. Just get a little bit more damage in. I don't think we're going to rally next turn. I'll be pretty aggressive. This also means that we can't put the weapon on our 2-2. But we already lost our 2-2 unblockable, so might as well just let it translate into some damage. Alright, execute. It's fine. If that's the case, then just prioritizing getting the most damage on our opponent is actually fine. Our opponent's actually got a lot of damage against us with the treachery and the execute, though. Damn, they are equally aggressive. We can swing out and rally when they block, but when they don't, it's going to look pretty awkward. But do I want to trade 2 for 1 with this Heavy Axe? I think I'm going to have to. Guess I can go like this. And if it doesn't work, put the Heavy Axe on the 1-1. Alright, next turn we've got Gorilla Fighter. Feels crazy because my opponent's life total is so high based off what we've been doing. That's an awkward one for us. It's a pretty awkward one. Alright, I guess I'm going to trade that off with my Heavy Axe here. Could also trade it off with the Torch. Oh, maybe that would have been better. trade off battlefields and hope that we somehow have a better late game, even though I know we don't. Unlucky. Okay. Can't really attack into this guy unless I draw back some good blockers as well. Alright, we're trading. Alright. I've got Obliterate in my deck. That's an okay card. I've got a weapon in my deck as well. This thing's going to be pretty insane. He's not ultimating it. That's no good. Alright, looks like our opponent's deck was just a little bit bigger than ours. And we had to do some awkward 2-for-1s. I go down to 2 here. This deck really just needs to be on the play like every game. And Magma Javelin. Good game, Var. Alright, 1-1. All in Stone Scar. I don't know, man. If I had mulligan for some Blood Beetles. Because the Grenadin isn't really a 1-drop. It's supposed to be like a turn 3 card that you just kind of roll out there, or a turn 4 card that you just kind of roll out there and use it to push through the last few points of damage. Alright, this hand I'm definitely getting rid of. It's got a Torch, but it's also got no Obliterate and no 1-drop. There's a Blood Beetle and an Obsidian Golem. This hand's pretty strong. And we even have a card that we can sacrifice. No plays, no plays. Bold Adventurer. Drats. Okay. Not a huge deal. Like I said, we put the sidearm on the Beetle, and then we're kind of getting in there. So if I put sidearm on the Beetle, that's not good enough yet. So let's just make a 5/5. Sidearm on the 5/5 could also be pretty good. And now these top-end cards of Deathstrike and Obliterate are actually going to be really good for us here. Especially against a Combray deck. My opponent's probably just straight Combray and just has a Rakano Stranger. Nope. Alright, Morningstar. Well, looks like a good Deathstrike target if I ever seen one. The only other thing we could do is try to get them into a double block scenario. Let's just get in damage. We still have Obliterate as another burn spell. But like, Sidearm and a kill spell both work really well together. Because then your opponent has to do all this stuff to try to block your guy. Then you're just like, nope. I think my opponent's got a combat trick here. +6. Give this +3/+3. I just kill this and then I don't die. Okay. 5. Oh no, I would die. So if I put both of my things here and my opponent has a Giant Growth, they can just go Giant Growth and block here. Right? 6. Yeah, because I'll only have 5 attack. I'll be a 5/5. Alright, I think let's try to exhaust their Giant Growth first. Now, you know what? Let's do this. Alright, well that means they don't have a trick either. So the game didn't pause, so my opponent has no combat trick in their hand, and we found it out in the safest way possible. Amber Acolyte, and then another Fire mana. Okay, so they are a 3-color deck. Three. So we put this here. They can't block this at all. I think they're just going to start chump blocking my monster here. Yep. Take 3. Now we have exhaust if they play any flyer other than Karmic Guardian. Ugh. Alright. They get to hit us for 6 and chump block us. Or hit us for 6 or chump block us. 7 plus 6 is lethal. Boom. See, this took some skill. This took some skill to burn out my opponent. I think it did because there's all of these cards that are so bad, but if you get enough of them in conjunction, they're pretty good. And Blood Beetle and the Ticking Grenadin, pretty mediocre, but yeah, you snap them off on the play. Turn 1 Blood Beetle, turn 2 Scavenging Vulture, turn 3 Assembly Line. Turns into a really, really strong curve. Play this. The only thing my opponent can have is a Torch or to lock my guy down completely with enchantment on it. They don't have either. They can Static Bolt it next turn, but at that point then they're taking 2 from the Vulture. I'm actually just going to play Stranger first. So they can Bolt here, take 2 from Stranger, Wild Cloud Snake, that's fine. We're going to smack and then make a bunch of 1/1s. Not trying to say this takes a lot of skill, right? But, hey, somebody's got to do it. Alright, sweet. We dodged the Lightning Storm. Lightning Storm would have been pretty freaking terrible for us. This is pretty reasonable, though, for my opponent. If I put a sidearm here... Nah, that's way too good. I'm just going for damages. I know my opponent can trade off Sky Snapper with the 2/2 now. Which I think they should. Nope, they're just going to tempo me on the backswing. That's fine. Have some more Grenadins, won't she? This card is such a clock. Though if they deal with this, I guess we've pretty much dealt with our board. I don't know. Give a unit killer. Oh, on the Sky Snapper. That's really strong. Appreciate that. Raleigh it is. Is this lethal? It is. Oh, what do they have? They have a Wasp? They're going to Lightning Storm this post-combat? That's fine. I'm still going to go for it. Teleport on this. That's even better. They still lose their Cloud Snake and go down to 3. Yeah, it looked like they were keeping open mana for a play there. Aerial Ace. It's not going to be quite enough. I'm going to swing, put him down to 1. Get to throw out a Grenadin for 2 points of damage there. Rally is insane. Double Rally Stone Scar is now the name of the stream. Rally, best card in Eternal. I mean, if Rally wasn't good in this deck, it's not going to be good anywhere. And I will say, every time before we've played the Rally, we've played Assemble the Legion, or whatever that card's called. Assemble the Ranks. The make 3/1/1 Grenadin tokens. Which is actually a good card, unlike Rally. Welcome to the stream, D-Tech. Good to see you, my man. Assembly line. Okay, yeah. That makes sense. I knew Assemble the Legion wasn't the name of the card, but Assemble the Legion is a sweet, sweet card if you're not familiar with it. It is a Magic the Gathering card from Gatecrash, and every turn at the beginning of your turn, you put a counter on it, and then you make tokens equal to the number of counters on it. So first you make 1 token, then you make 2, then you make 3. So on the draw, 1 land. Gotta redraw this, unfortunately. It's got the Blood Beetle, but there's just a lot of chances that it doesn't get there. And this hand's super slow. Oh, that's so unlucky. I think I would have been better with my other hand. Playing against I'm So Bad again. He crushed us earlier. Bladekin Apprentice. I think I'll probably have to torch Bladekin Apprentice. Maybe it was a keep because regardless of which color land I drew, I had the Diplomatic Seal for the second color. Well, that's pretty annoying too, but I can just let it hit me. If he doesn't attack, then I guess I'll play Guerrilla Fighter. Yeah, but now the Infiltrate on it doesn't work. Wait, what? The Infiltrate on this still works? I didn't think that's how this card worked. So the only, because I know the one big guy, I know his goes away. I can maybe still race this. Oh, I can. That's actually an awkward draw. So I just want to put the quick draw sidearm on the Nightblade. Magma Javelin. Oh man, so punished. I should have used the Death Strike first. Alright. I would have had to play Seal turn 1, but I would have drawn my card for turn first because I was on the draw. They're gonna kill this. They like almost have lethal here, and I've got Rally in hand. Luckily I'm not dead. If I can draw a Blood Beetle, that would be pretty good. Assuming no plays here. Should I just want Grenadin drones? Alright, well this doesn't work. It just dies to torch anyways. So it's not great. Yeah, I want to draw like an expensive creature. That'll do it. Good game. Jeez. Playing against a lot of other people playing aggressive Stone Scar. Maybe... Yeah, rally just for 2 to the face. Playing against a lot of other players on this aggressive Stone Scar deck recently. And players that are pretty decent, too. That's not great. That means, it is great. It means that the deck's good, but... Alright, well, that's not great. That's a redraw. That's a redraw. Alright, this hand's good, though. Ticking Grenadin, Vulture, Sidearm. Getcha. We'll save the foil, or the animated Ticking Grenadin. Yeah, I'm not super sure how the loss bracket works in Eternal. I think I attack with this Grenadin. It's going to pump up my Vulture. My opponent might not even block. Yeah, I think it's just worth it for more damage to the face here. The other thing I could have done would have just been tried to double block with 2 Grenadins. I think I just want to be aggressive. Alrighty. Can Magma Javelin this next turn? Let's just start getting in there. This deck really only does one thing. You put your weapons on your creatures and you attack their face. And you hope they don't have cheap removal spells. We can chump block something big late game with the Grenadin. Continue to get in for 4. Magma Javelin to trade with their creature here. Okay, well I never want that to die. That would be pretty bad for us. What else can I do though? I could empty my hand, in which case we can triple block the Crown Watch Deserter. It's probably a little bit better. It lets me get in for more damage here. Now I have a 3-turn clock on my opponent. I think I like the chump attack. Mathematically now it's gonna just mean we've got lethal a turn sooner. Alright, I like this attack from my opponent. They're dealing 5 damage to me. I put them down to 9. If we draw a Torch, we win, or a Burnout, we win. Sharpshooter. Alright, we're going to eat that. Are we? Is it safer to just play Assembly Line? How do we lose if we play Assembly Line? They kill our guy in the air, and then we can't win. If we play Magma Javelin, attack their Sharpshooter, we're at 10. They hit us for 5. We die to like anything like Obliterate. I think blockers here are better. So if they have Obliterate, they'd kill our guy. Like any burn spell or something, they can go to our face, also just kills our guy. Yeah, I'd rather Magma Javelin this turn. This puts us dead to... No, it doesn't put us dead to Rally. So this way we can go, like, do this turn, and then blockers next turn. So we're not going to die next turn either, if they have a kill spell for our Vulture. Thanks for the game. Boom. Alrighty. So yeah, my thought process there is that if they have a kill spell for the Vulture, this is actually safer. It buys us more time, because now we don't have to use a chump blocker with the Grenadin on the 4/4. We just kill it outright. Go to 5. Next turn, we play Assemble the Legion. We go double blocks on the 2/2. Block the 2/1. They get a Torch, but we stay at 5. And ultimately, I think that that's a little bit safer to do it in that order. Because anything that would kill us would mean that if we just played Assemble the Legion, they could just kill our Vulture, and that would also be really bad. But then we'd be down the Assemble the Legion, down our Vulture, and in a position where we pretty much just need... we would need Torch if we still had it, and or a burn spell. I don't even think we had 5 mana, so I think we needed exactly exactly the 4 mana burn spell, which should have been a Torch. Granted, it should have been a Torch in the deck, but this is not horrible here. We're 4-2, but certainly doesn't seem that great either. And this is definitely going to be the last draft for me for this stream. It was fun playing. I won't be here tomorrow, but I will be back on Wednesday, maybe with some Hearthstone at that point. Because I would really like to play some more Hearthstone with the new Journey to Angora arena. On the play, we can do better. Let's look for a beetle. Wowie. Alright, it still isn't horrible. Pyro Knight is better than taking Grenadin, and we've got an Obsidian Golem and then a Gorilla Fighter. Sand's actually better. It doesn't have double red, and it looks a little bit flooded, but I think this hand's actually better than double taking Grenadin. Oh, it's much better. These things are just so loud. Might have to turn down ambience volume or something to cut those out, but I'm not sure. Alright, smash, smash. They're going to trade with the Pyro Knight. Take 2. And assembly line. We're kind of petering out here, though. And being on the draw, or being on the play means we don't have that many blockers. Alright, Heavy Axe is good, though. Let's just start with this. Oh, what am I thinking? I can't Heavy Axe this. Alright, I'm not going to do anything. We've got Rally in the deck. If my opponent doesn't do anything, yeah, they're going to shrink this guy. Alright, well, I think we got rewarded. Because now we still have our Heavy Axe for our unblockable guy. So I'm trying to put my opponent in a position... I shouldn't have played this unblockable guy first. But I'm trying to put my opponent in a position where it looked good to kill the Obsidian Golem. I should have just not played the unblockable guy, swung with everything. They might have traded off for the Obsidian Golem. And then I'd be able to put more weapons on it. Sure. Alright, well this is good. Suffocate's actually really good. Yeah, let's just Suffocate and smash. We're just going to block on the Obsidian Golem and take 3, take a total of 7. Nope. They're going to take a total of 8. Just going to put them down to 10. Alright, I like that. Argenport Soldier poured up. Taking Grenadin's good there too. No luck's given, baby. All out attacks. Any attacks that look bad, yeah. Alright, so my opponent made the correct blocks. I don't think we gained that much there. Like, obviously we took ourselves off of Rally at this point. But this is lethal next turn alongside the ticking Grenadin if my opponent doesn't have a silence effect. Yeah, it wasn't a great attack, but I don't really think we got too punished for it. I think there was some small upside if my opponent made awkward blocks there. It probably just wasn't worth it. It was probably just not worth it. All right, 5-2 with some dumbass one-drop pile. But hey, maybe this is what you got to do. I do think the one-drops in this game are super powerful. Exactly. Sometimes you just got to say no luck's given, baby. And just go for it. Nah, it was a pretty shit attack. It was pretty shitty. Appreciate that, the D-Tech. I'm so hungry. I'm gonna go get some Chipotle after this one, I think. Do it up. Alright, on the draw again. But this hand looks good. Turn 1 Pyro Knight. Turn 2 Golem. Turn 3 Knife Jack plus Obsidian Armor. No, turn 3 Assemble. No play, no play? Bold Adventurer, always. Always get me down, Bold Adventurer. Can't really attack into it. Bold Adventure is really good against us on the play. Alright, Amber Acolyte, not as big of a deal, but still pretty strong. Blood Beetle's good, too. Let's play Assembly Line. My opponent has a 4th Sigil here, so they're either going to get to play their 3rd color, or they're just going to get to play their 4-drops. Looks like they are just Elysian. With Javelin to clear out this. At some point, we are going to be able to activate Pyro Knight here. It's not that hard to activate. I kind of just want to Javelin my opponent's dude and then smack for 5. Maybe they'll trade with the Obsidian Golem. Then we can kind of start to dump our hand after that. It's either that or I dump my hand here. Alright, I'm going to dump my hand here. It's pretty close. If we draw a rally, this sequencing is fantastic. We have 2 rallies in the deck. We also have some kill spells. We've got a Burnout, an Obliterate, and a Torch. Alright, Towering Terrazon. Towering Terrazon pretty much means I can throw this guy away, and I can attack with my Vulture. Just put the sidearm on the Vulture to begin with here. There's a chance I should have just been attacking with this because it either would have been unblockable or they'd give me the armor. But it's not like we've been able to play the armor yet. If they don't block here, that means we've made a mistake. If they block, then not a big deal. So you get Obliterated, Death Striked. Alright, that's fine. This also dies to Magma Javelin if it blocks a 1/1 creature. Realistically, it's just going to trade with Pyro Knight, though, in a few turns. What else do they got? 6 mana. They can play whatever they want. Dragon? Please no dragons. I don't think my opponent's echoed yet. But I'm not super positive on that. I don't think they have, though. 6 damage in the air kills them in 4 hits. Ooh, Acolyte. That seems really good for us. Play an Acolyte, Whispering Wind. Sure thing. Alright, buddy. 1 mana. What do you got for us? Nothing, right? Oh, they're going to attack with a Bold Adventure? Means I can trade Bold Adventurer for Knife Jack. Okay, well this is tempting too. This is also quite tempting. This is actually more tempting. Knife Jack for this, because Knife Jack's just going to get blocked by an Acolyte. So I either just don't block and all-out counterattack. Yeah, fuck it. I'm going to do that. Burnout. That seems pretty insane. I'll just sack whatever they block. It does also kill the Terrazon. So I could also just not attack with this. Well, I don't know. They want to block. No, yeah, I have to attack with this because that lets me attack with the Beetle too. Because now there's 2 good cards for the Terrazon to block. The Beetle and the 2/1, and then this wants to block the Knife Jack, so this will wind up letting the Knife Jack get through. So, like, before combat damage, I'm just going to sacrifice the Beetle to deal 5 to their Terrazon. Or I'm sorry, Beetle 5 to their face, or sacrifice Pyro Knight, deal 5 to Terrazon. Okay, so they're just going to go bounce blocks on the Beetle. So I can sack this 5 to their face. I'm hitting them for 7 here. It's going to put them down to 15. Next turn I get to hit them for 6. Puts them down to 9. Burnout does take a whole nother turn off the clock. Let's go for their face. Okay. Now my Grenadins will stay back and block. And the Vulture only has to hit them twice. Yeah, they're going to stun these 2. And I think with that play, they're just going to attack me. Yeah. Alright, so they all out attack. They hit me for 11. They discarded a Hatchery Hunter? What? Is this just BM? Alright, let's kill this guy. We have to block this. I want to block this. Let's attack for 1. Yep. Alright, so we go down to 3. I guess they're just looking for, like, a Static Bolt? I don't know. I don't know why you'd ever discard Hatchery Hunter. They decided not to use it this time. I don't know what the hell's going on. guess if they did that, though, like, they must have other really good cards in their hand. Got lethal attacks here, right? 3, 4, 5, 6... No, not quite. But the Ticking Grenadin's actually insane. Really makes me feel like something's up. Feel like I should put the Obsidian Armor on the Blood Beetle and attack with both of them. I feel like my opponent's got a Lightning Strike here. Teleport on the Vulture. That's fine. Vulture can now block this if we need to. Ticking Grenadin can now block the Tarazan. This is lethal. This is not. This in conjunction with this is lethal. That's unlikely to come up. Pretty much just this is lethal. Makes me feel like they're only going to attack with Tarazan here. Or not at all. Oh, they don't attack at all now because Dormant Sentinel. So now I swing out. They just take 3. Oh no, they are going to attack. Alright, that's good. I actually need them to attack, I think, here. Yeah, because I need this card to get sacrificed. But this is going to put me 1 off. What's up, Kaleri? Yeah, I guess if they just had a 7-drop, I guess that's what they did it for. And they didn't have the 8th mana. We just have to hope that they don't have the mana for the Sentinel next turn. Or I guess we're just dead regardless. Yeah, wow. Did I lose? I'm so bad. Alright, now I need to draw a kill spell. Alright, no Lick's Given, baby. Oh, God. Yeah, I played that game way too close. But I did, I don't know, like I played it on the teleport. It was really close. It was really close. But we got there. We outskilled them. Burn cards, super skill intensive. We got there. I mean, a rally would have done it. I had 2 rallies. I had a Death Strike. I don't believe I had a Torch. But I had 2 rallies, a Death Strike. I could have top deck a Ticking Grenadin and they could have not got a land. I could have top deck another enchant creature. Like if I put a Sidearm or a Heavy Axe on my Vulture, I would have had 2 lethal attackers. Actually, I had a lot of outs. That's 1, 2, 3... Or maybe it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. At least 6 outs. And then also Grenadin. So that's 7 if they don't draw a Sigil. They could have had the Sigil, though, too. I think there was a chance that they had it. Yeah, I was pretty lucky, though, too. Just obliterating them. But, hey, if you don't... I took Pack 1, Pick 1, Obliterate. That's a skill-intensive thing. Right? Because I almost didn't do it. But turns out that card's quite fantastic. Searching through giant boxes of Magic cards, that's always fun, Kaleri. On the draw, looks like I can make a huge Knife Jack. I can also make a huge Thorn Beast. This is the last game. This is the finals. After this game, I'm either 6-3 or I'm 7-2. I think this hand's good enough. What? I clicked redraw? Okay. Calculated. I'm so bad. I'm so bad at knowing which button is the redraw and which button is the keep. I don't know why. I have no idea why that is so fucking hard for me. But I just can't do it sometimes. Alright, I'm going to play the Blood Beetle to try to get the Blood Beetle in. Gotta win. No pressure. My opponent can play a 3-drop into my Blood Beetle. It's probably not getting through. Blood Beetle got there. Nice. They're going to block it with the 3-3 flyer. Nice. Okay, they're going to block it with the 3-3 flyer, but they're going to do that later. I'm going to play out the Grenadins because I already have Rally in hand. The longer we can save this Rally, the better it is. Oops. I think there's a chance they might block. Oh, I can't even use Magma Javelin here yet. Do we think it's a bluff? Do we think it's a bluff for the Lightning Storm? I think they're just going to go Primal Sigil Lightning Storm here. No! Oh, well, this is just killer then. At some point, I Javelin their 1-drop. Well, like, if they snap off the trade, I'd love to just Javelin their face. Think I Rally here? Rally hits them for... Wait, is Rally lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Plus 10. Puts him down to 2. It means Grenadin's lethal. Alright, so now if they Wrath me, they day. They day. They dead. They draw an Echo card. And that's it, baby. That's the full double Rally showcase. Rally for Tenya. Good call on that Rally. That was a pretty sick one. I wanted to assemble, then Rally for the full value, but hey, can't beat that as far as value goes. Some crystal chests getting cracked open. Is Rally actually good? I don't know, but thank you guys very much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, you can catch me live on twitch.tv/NoLuxGiven.